So, here I am again, even though I said I wouldn't be. If I'm honest, I kind of enjoyed doing my last video, which has freaked me out slightly. I wasn't expecting to even remotely enjoy it. But I'm surprisingly quite comfortable now with how I speak and how I look and everything, so I suppose it's kind of been a big confidence boost. It's actually been so much of a confidence boost that literally the evening after my last video, I recorded another one. The only problem was, when I watched it back, it's very ranty, and I probably would piss quite a few people off if I uploaded it. So this one is basically a re-record of that, and I'm going to try and do it as smoothly as I did the last one, but that probably won't happen. I'm really going to try not to keep doing this so much. I'm really sorry if it annoys you. It annoys me, if I'm honest. I don't know if it's just a nervous thing, just like the moving around. I don't know whether that's nervous or whether I'm just restless. Which is weird. I move a lot, but I'm very lazy. If you want, you can play a drinking game with the hair thing. Even if it's first thing in the morning, because, you know, you only live once, and if you drink in the morning, you probably don't live for very long. So yeah, my video that I recorded on the evening was actually a kind of rant about how people my age are all moving in with their boyfriends, and they're all getting married, and they're all pregnant, and I'm sort of complete opposite to that. I am still living with my parents. I'm 22. I have 2 jobs. I don't have a boyfriend, and I'm quite dead set on having a career in comedy, and I kind of don't have many friends my age that are the same as me, in the sense that they don't really have any kind of major ambitions. And I'm not saying that like they don't have any, but they don't have any kind of big dreams, I suppose. I've always been the sort of person that has massive aspirations, and I never really thought any of them were achievable until this one, because that's really what the blog's about, is kind of practicing being, well, attempting to be funny. I don't know. I suppose the ultimate dream is probably stand-up comedian, maybe, or maybe sit-down comedian's more my style. I'm very lazy. But yeah, I've suddenly got very into comedy. I say suddenly, I kind of did grow up with like sitcoms and everything, but I kind of only got into stand-up probably when I was about 15 or 16, and ever since then it's kind of just grown into this, well, career choice, I suppose. And that's what this video thing is about as well, is just building my confidence up of talking and getting my words out properly and not messing up too much. But unfortunately, if I was doing anything live, the power of Movie Maker and editing would not be available. But yeah, the last video I was basically saying about how people are stupid if you're married and got kids, and some people are on their second kid at my age, and it's not stupid, and I was wrong to say that, because it isn't stupid. It's a personal thing, and obviously I'm just a little bit different, and I don't know whether it's because of my upbringing or what, but I'm not like that at all. As I said, I'm quite career driven now. I did want the whole husband baby thing a couple of years ago when I was in a relationship, but I was forced to rethink that very quickly. And I did write a bit about that. I think it was in my New Year's blog, and it's actually one of my most popular posts ever, which was just about not really changing who you are just because all your friends are doing one thing doesn't mean you have to do the same. And I've always been the sort of person who's been quite, I'm going to say obsessed, but that's not how I am now, but I've always been quite attached to things. I get attached to things very quickly. I don't know whether that is just from being anxious or whether it's just how I am. And as people will know, especially if you're watching this on Facebook and you've known me from school, I used to be very obsessed back at school with a certain band, which I'm not going to talk about. But now I suppose I've grown up and I'm sort of seeing things in a different way. I see the obsessions I have now as things that are kind of making my life better, and I don't sort of fixate on one thing anymore. I have a lot of things, and also the things I am obsessed with have made me realise what career I want to do. So I suppose I should probably tell you a bit about what I'm interested in, because I find that people, which is what I was saying with the other video, is that people with kids and everything don't tend to ask people like me what I'm interested in, and that really annoys me, because I'm quite interesting really if you just listen. I mean, I know I go on a bit, but some really cool stuff has happened to me, especially in the last year, and I really want to just kind of get it out there so that you can just listen and I don't have to look at your face looking completely bored. So yeah, I'm very into comedy, as I said. If you know me well, you will know that there's two comedians in particular who I'm a massive fan of. One who has left me and retired is Lee Evans, and he is just the nicest person I've ever met, I think. I met him in 2014 for the first time, and I managed to speak to him absolutely fine, which is weird. I don't know how I can speak to celebrities okay, but this is a struggle. He was absolutely lovely, and he has helped me a lot I say recently, like in the last few years, and yeah, I've met some nice people through him, and I saw him at the O2 last year, and he held my hand and he remembered me and he said he loved me, and I didn't know it was his last show then, so if I'd have known I probably would have dragged him off the stage. The other comedian who I'm a huge fan of, and this comes as no surprise to many of you, is a certain Chinese looking young man named Michael McIntyre. He is probably one of the biggest influences in my life. He's probably one of the biggest reasons for my happiness, I suppose. And I know that sounds really cheesy, but he actually has had a huge impact on my life. He's literally changed my life. He's responsible for 5 of the best friends I've ever had. He is responsible for helping me to get over my anxiety to an extent where I can go out and I can actually do normal things. Yeah, he means a lot to me. And people think it's weird because, you know, comedians aren't like bands in the sense that they can help you through things. But trust me, if you ever find something that helps you and makes you feel really good, no matter what it is, just don't let it go. Just like be as obsessed as you want about it, because if it makes you happy, then who cares what anyone else thinks. So yeah, like I said, he's responsible for my friendship. I've met 5 amazing girls on Twitter last year, and we've gone from strength to strength, and we've just got the closest friendship, probably too close actually. It's the closest friendship I've ever had. And that's all because of him. And we all live in different parts of the country, which is good in a way, because like if he does gigs in all these different places, we can each go to our respective one and then feed back to the rest of the group. We give him these presents at shows. They're like boxes, and we theme them around his jokes. And some people may think that's weird, but he really loves them. He probably loves them more than he loves us, which is, I mean, he probably would admit to that as well. He probably looks forward to getting a box more than he does look forward to seeing one of us. But yeah, and to show his appreciation, he sometimes invites us to shows, and we got invited to his Easter night at the Coliseum in London in March, and it was amazing. It went on for like 5 hours, and that's a long time to be sitting on your ass for. But it was totally worth it, and we all met him after, and it was lovely. He was quite surprised to see us. It was about 12:30 at night, and he was quite sort of surprised to see us still waiting for him, but we couldn't pass up an opportunity to meet him all together because he brought us together. And some of you might have seen the photo. There's a photo on Instagram, everywhere basically. I plastered the photo everywhere after it got taken because, I mean, I think I'm allowed to show off a little bit. It's quite cool. But yeah, I met him on my own about 10 days before that in Hertford. And yeah, he shouted my name as he got out of the car, which was really weird. And I kind of forgot my own name for about 5 seconds. And we had a nice conversation, and he let me into his show, and it was amazing. And he never fails to make me laugh. And I met him after as well, just to say thank you, and he gave me the biggest hug ever, and I was just completely kind of in awe of him, I suppose, because it's weird meeting a hero, and I've done it twice now, and it still doesn't feel like it happened, and I don't think it ever will. And sometimes I look at the photo and think, is that me? I don't know. Is that me? Is that even him? I don't know. It might not even be him. I've just quoted his joke, and I didn't mean to. This is what happens. It just comes out, like things that he said just come out in my normal everyday vocabulary. I don't really think people are interested a lot of the time. They tend to just look at me like they're completely bored and they can't wait for me to shut up. But thankfully I can't see that look on your face. So you might be thinking that, but I don't care, because you could have just stopped the video. But yeah, I don't think people appreciate that you can not grow up in the conventional way and you can still have fun and you can still be interesting. And you know, if you did stop and have a conversation with someone like me, you never know, you might find something out that interests you and you might have a new hobby, or you might watch something new, or you might find something that helps you with like anxiety or something. And I think that you need to just stop and listen to people, because if I have to listen about how far along you are in your pregnancy and what wedding dress you're going to wear and what flowers you're having outside your house and all this rubbish, then you can listen to what gig I went to at the weekend. So yeah, I'm going to do a question and answer video at some point. So if you have any questions or anything you want to know about me, which I don't think you probably do, but go for it. Down there in the comments, if you want, you can ask me anything, or you can ask on Twitter, or in person. If you ever see me out, just shout one at me across the street and I'll probably run away. So yeah, thanks for watching if you have watched it. I'm not going to thank you if you didn't, because you won't know. I haven't got the hang of saying goodbye, so I'm just going to go.